If you've built up your clay all in one go, so it's all pretty wet, you have a lot of flexibility in adjusting the shape. So mine's just kind of a little bit lumpy here. One of the things I sometimes like to do is use a paddle. This isn't a paddle, but I'm using it as a paddle. It's what you have in your kit. Use the wooden rib as a paddle, and I'm just keeping my hands on the inside as support. If it's real tall or narrow, you could use some sort of a stick or spoon inside, but mine has room for my hand. And so this will help me smooth things out and make them kind of even. But I also want to show you that you can make some big shaping changes pretty quickly with clay that is fairly wet. So if I wanted to segment the bottom of my piece, I could use my rib, and because this clay is so soft, I can pretty quickly segment this. Similarly, if I wanted to create a swelling, don't push too hard. I pushed a little bit too hard. But if you want to create a swelling, you can press from the inside. I suppose you could do the opposite of that. You could create an indent that goes into it. Now, when you press from the inside or the outside, if your wall is not super thick, you potentially run the risk of popping through. And that's, with clay, as I've said, it's really forgiving. So you can smooth it back into place. I'm going to make that an indent. I decided to change my pattern. But if you're swelling on the outside, if you can't get far enough, you can always add some clay. Now, with clay that's real wet like this, if I'm going to smooth it in place, I don't need to score and slip it. You know that if your clay is a little bit drier, you do need to score and slip. That'll be how it attaches. But this way I can get a swelling, a widening, a narrowing, and indentations or segmentations. Now, probably want to come back through maybe with a rib and smooth some things out, work on some of the edges and things like that. But that's just a quick idea of how you can make adjustments to that shape as you're working.